Okay, this is my video on how I suggest you document literature reviews, which of course are part of your methodology for projects. If your supervisor is different to me, other people may take a slightly different approach, of course. This article in Nature gives some advice on writing literature reviews. It's aimed at larger scale reviews for publication, but it makes some good points about reviewing literature in general. It's worth a read, and see also the related articles on that page. This is my absolute top tip for writing reports of any kind. Use a reference manager. Mendeley is a reference citation and bibliography manager. It's free and is a great time saver. Reference managers are important professional tools and will help you with your own work and collaborative projects. Mendeley is part of Teesside University's future-facing learning toolkit. There are a number of versions, including a web-based application, one for the iPad, PC desktop and laptop version, and my Sway on Mendeley is linked here. If there's any new information, I do add it, but I haven't added anything for a while. Now, back to the beginning of the process. It's important for you to know the basis on which you will do your review. As part of your documentation, you should record which databases you use, and also the date in which you make any searches. The dates in which you make any searches. More on dates in a moment. You'll probably have a good idea about initial search terms. When you've found some interesting papers, have a look at the keywords. These can be very useful in developing your own search terms. You should consider inclusion-exclusion criteria. These are the characteristics that make a study eligible or ineligible to be included in your review. Here are some examples of them. There's a criteria: language, for example, English language. Exclusion would exclude other languages. Your supervisors probably need to read the information in English. Date published, and it says there for this one in 5 years. If it's human studies, it certainly should be in the previous 5 years. Food chemistry type stuff, maybe a little bit further back. It depends on the amount of work that's been done in the past few years, I guess. So there's some examples. Okay, visual documentation, which can be very useful. As many of you know, I recommend Xmind. It's a free tool for mind mapping and can be used for documenting searches as shown here. See the video for a walkthrough of using this tool. Note the overall structure here. In this case, the person who's doing this search found 550 records, 500 of which were eliminated for various reasons. And then eventually got down to 35 being available and used in the study. Not available may have meant in a foreign language, or perhaps only available in paper form. This is a possible way to document your search project, and as I said, I expect my project students to use this approach. Students with their supervisors should ask them. As well as your written report, you may well want to include the search details in a poster if your assessment requires one. This is generally quite nicely balanced poster design with the search information included. The image could arguably be a little bit smaller. There's just some references, and thanks for listening.